This is not straight up proof, but this is some sort of evidence, just not straight up proof. If it truly was about the design, why are you so motivated to find dirt on Finia? Like, if it's true that you made a fake Discord account to stalk the server, damn. I thought it was about the design, but at this point it looks something else. It all started when a VTuber who goes by Finia VT posted. So I was thinking Emo Finia when, and attaches a picture of their model edited. I think this is Ibis Paint to be Emo. And then on response to that, another VTuber who goes by Ruinanami says, I'm not coming for anyone. I just have not renewed my premium and I do not get views like bigger VTubers. Firstly, I want to request a bit of a design change as it looks really close to mine. It's a bit upsetting, but in no way am I trying to force anyone. The ears are fine because we had that similarity for a while. Very coincidental, but the hair is definitely a feature of mine. I'm seeing way too close of similarity. The raccoon tail stripes and the placement of the dyed pieces. I've worked hard to bring my model to life, and it is deeply upsetting to receive a DM showing me this. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I am just requesting a bit of a change. I am so close to finishing my model, and I see this. I left feeling out of place like I should give up. And attaches pictures. This seems to be their model, where can see the same striped side hair on the same side, and another picture of their design, and another picture of their design, which as you can see again both have like the black is basically in the same position and the stripes are in the same position, other than same hair color, but pink is a really common hair color for VTubers. And Rick continues, I'm just honestly at a loss. What can I even say? This person is claiming to be taking reference from me. I asked them to just change the hair design a little bit since it was very close to mine, though I explicitly stated I was not forcing her to. It just made me deeply uncomfortable. I couldn't even finish backing myself up because she blocked me midway after she responded. Now I see this right after the whole ordeal, and I just can't really do anything. This really sucks, and I wish people would be more creative on their own rather than taking heavy reference, especially from someone smaller than them. And attaches a whip. Pinya posted a now deleted tweet which shows the outfit design, and again it's comparing to their design, which you can also see some similarity on the outfit, but it's also a really common style. Like we can give benefit of the doubt, but it also has a striking resemblance. Like we can, as I said, we can give the benefit of the doubt, but it is similar for a fact. And another picture of the design. It also feels very hypocritical because in the past this VTuber has come for someone claiming they heavily copied them just to go and do the same thing in return to someone else. This post won't get much attention, but I thought I would share my part and my feelings since they were blatantly ignored and the behavior was doubled over. The situation this person is referring to is like a really small VTuber, I think. She didn't even debut yet. She was like 15 followers on Twitter, and a friend of them bought a design, and together they designed a swimsuit design, which someone said looked really similar to Finia's design, and then they went and DM'd Finia to see if it was okay, if that made them uncomfy. Finia said if it made her feel uncomfy, and they decided to sell the design, not the swimsuit, just the original design. And it was a huge drama because Finia was really bothered by that and tweeted a lot. And Rick continues, and yes, nobody owns a lot of aspects of a design. I just feel this is very close to mine. I try to be rational about it, but this is just baffling. And continues, it's insane the length someone will go through to make their own drama on themselves to get attention. The person who initially reached out to me about her quote-unquote copying turned out to be Finia VT herself. They changed up their words after sending me their own profile. I didn't notice this in the heat of the moment, but I'm very disappointed in myself for not noticing and falling for it. And I'm disgusted to the max with this VTuber. I'm very sorry for everyone who has gone through this. This account tried to convince me to change my name, take away my ears, take details from my own character, and also not bring up the copying anymore. This is sick. I don't even know how to feel. And the screenshots read, sure, be careful by the way. You'll start going toxic on her and changing your name again. It will make you look bad and make her look good. And this isn't like straight up proof, but it's something, I guess. it's real something. If this is true, like this is not straight up proof, but this is some sort of evidence, just not straight up proof. This, I'm not sure how to feel, but it is something. She deleted the post, but this was the person she claimed was coming for her. The only person that actually said mean things. The people who came from my side asked her to just message me. And more screenshots. Phineas saying, "Please stop trying to involve me in drama. I try so hard to get past my quote-unquote history and do everything I can to stay out of it and better myself. I'm not a tool to use for views because you learned from the past that drama around me tends to blow up quickly with me being pointed at." Show more before the post about me. Oh, so it's basically saying, like, in the screenshot that Rui had their fan art tag as Finia art, and their name was Rui Finia, and now it's Rui Shark, and some other things that I can't quite see because it's so tiny on the screenshot. And this account that was shown before saying literally copying the original Finia, and the account again saying, "It's ridiculous how similar her design is to yours. Happy I found you and reached out to you about her stealing your design. Your name and art tag." I don't know what DF means, but can be coincidental. So basically, I think this person's claiming that she made a fake account, trash talk her, and say someone is coming for her from this drama. Which, this seems a little okay. Like, I need more proof. Messages from the fake account also removed, and fake account was deactivated, I assume. Further proves she wanted to cover her track. Like, this seems far-fetched. I'm not saying it's not true, but I need more proof. This is just not concrete proof enough. And then Finia answered, "I need to protect my mental health. This clothes is sparking negativity. Therefore, I have decided to discontinue this dress. I know many of you loved it and the bows too, but it's not worth the drama and accusations for me. Sorry." And Rui replies, "This was our ploy to bully me into changing my design, and I'm sickened by it." The drama that she created with her own fake account, by the way, via recent. "Thank you for everyone who brought awareness to my post. I am ready to move past this and move forward. This was not about my design anymore, but the fact that she created a fake account to make drama and make it look like she was being bullied by said account, and was my friend out to be trending again, and also tried to get me to change my own design to her liking, changing ears and changing name, etc. No one owns a design, but she deliberately made herself look like me in a bully attempt, with hate for my design looking similar to hers. The only similarities we had were pink hair and I guess ears, but my ears were inspired by Shy Lily, not her. I have messages with an artist that attached them to the original design to prove that. We had zero key similarities aside from that, so there was no reason this should have even started. We did share a name as well. I used as a last name, but that was taken down when I discovered her out of respect for her name. The same respect was not given when it came to the design, and at the end of the day, she got what she wanted. And I'll say, the fake account might as well be a fake, but there's not enough proof that it's her. And the design, I'm not saying she's innocent, but I don't think there's enough evidence of you being copied either. Her hair was already pink before. You already had the same bangs before. All that was changed was adding black with stripes, which is a really common, I wouldn't say common IRL, and I don't see many VTubers do that either, but like when you go browse scene stuff, it's really common. You see it a lot. So it's not that deep, I would say. It just seems that you reacted a little too strongly to something that I wouldn't even say is directed at you, if that makes sense. I would be willing to blame on coincidence, if that makes sense. And then Rui continues, "Was it like an attempt to make fake messages with my face? Not only does she make fake accounts to make herself trend, she also makes fake accounts to what I can presume will be used to make fake messages. This is really suspicious. Hell, this is not me, guys, so please come to me if anything else is being added outside of the platform." And it's a fake account, claiming to be a new account of them, and people believing it's her new account. Again, you don't have proof it was her. Not so far, at least. And continue saying this because the fake account Fina made was the reason I changed my name to Ruiza Shark, and conventionally, right after someone takes it to make a fake account. And then, Fina announces graduation. Graduation announcement. I can't do this anymore, and I'm sorry. Recently, I was hospitalized and came frighteningly close to losing my life. In that moment, I promised myself that that if I was given a second chance, I would use it to actually live, to change what makes me happy, to hold on to the people I love, and to stop wasting time in places that break me. So I guess it's what many of you have been eagerly waiting for, my graduation. The downfall of Phinia. Congratulations, you've finally done it. VTubing was my dream. I started because I wanted to overcome my social anxiety, maybe make a friend, feel like I belong somewhere. I never imagined that the thing that once made me happy would be the thing that destroyed my mental health completely. I've made mistakes, plenty of them. I'm sure you're all aware, and I've owned up to them. I tried to grow, to improve, to move forward. But instead, I became the community's favorite target. Random drama, crazy accusations, people using my name for clout. Because it works. Every time. No one even bothers to ask for the truth anymore. The moment my name comes up, everyone just says, yep, it's Finny again. And that's all it takes. Lies turn into facts, rumors turn into dog piles, and I just stand there, powerless. It's gotten to the point where anyone can make up anything about me, and people will instantly believe it. The bias is already there. The narrative is already written. And the ones who hate me know it, and use it. It hurts so much. I'm exhausted. Deeply, honestly exhausted. I didn't deserve this. Even with every mistake I've ever made, I still didn't deserve this. I've been traveling with my grandfather this past week, on the other side of the world. Does anyone really believe I had the time or interest to do the things people are starting to claim now? Think of me however you want. Believe whatever you choose. I can't fight it anymore. I can barely hold myself together. I just want peace. I beg you, please let me have it. I'm at my last energy. Thank you to the people who were kind. Thank you to those who supported me, even quietly. Thank you to the ones who saw me as a person, not a headline, not a rumor, not a joke. Thank you to those who had it in their heart to give me a second chance. I won't forget. I'm so sorry I couldn't live up to my own. Just keep swimming. Sorry. And Rui continues. Who has time to do all of this? Doesn't this get exhausting? Back then, her quote-unquote friend posting for her was debunked. People proved it was her from the way she typed everything and compared it to her own keyboard phrase. And she continues to do it. What is the game? This is so embarrassing. And a tweet from Phineas saying, hello, as Phineas' friend, I'm stepping up. She was hospitalized last night due to extreme stress and burnout coming from different factors in her life. And then attached a screenshot from someone who claims to be Phineas' friend and highlights witch hunt on her, and then another account saying witch hunts after you, that someone defending Phineas. And I would say, witch hunt is a really common wording. It still doesn't feel like enough evidence to me. And another huge tweet addressing a few things. I'm ignoring a lot of what she put in her little doc because she altered a bunch of stuff to go her way. I want to begin with this poorly crafted excuse for her inspiration for her hair. Raccoon stripes wear. There's just an ombre in the first picture, and a patchy redye in the second picture. Moving on. That's part of the doc. I acknowledge her basically saying she tried to reach out to me, but this was after the fact I told her fake account, like, hey, I know it's you, just admit to it, and I will remove my post with evidence and we can move past this. Instead, she deletes all of the messages and account entirely. She pretty much was hoping to wait it out to see if my post would get any traction. I think after thinking about it, kind of panicked, and that's when she unblocked me and messaged me after the fact. I told her I basically had no interest in speaking with her. She brought up nudes, but the conversation was that she has posted nude art while having minors on her page and in her Discord. She's advertising NSFW while having a minor audience and knowing it. Again, moving on. I use her history against her. Yeah, I do. I believe she's someone that should not be in this community. She harasses people, lies to her own community and everyone else here. And it's all for her own gain. That is not someone anyone wants in this community. She's a past issue and repeating her past. Why would that be out of the picture to bring it up? It's extremely hard to believe from the start till now this wasn't planned. Something she herself messaged me on a fake account for to start for herself. The line is clearly self-projection. Final note. Does not want any hate or harm to me. Makes posts to lie about everything and plays victim like she's viciously attacked and it wasn't self-made. An upcoming VTuber, but does not try to change her image to admit to her past at all for a good year. If you want to start something first, think about the repercussion. Even if you are targeting a small account, you make sure to keep screenshots and tabs of everything before you even reach out to these accounts and make posts. You do everything you can to try to ensure someone goes down because you simply don't like them or their design. It was nasty behavior and you are not wanted in this community. Seek help. Come back in another 2-3 months and be an actual good person. You aren't one as much as you want to set the stage. That's all I have to say pertaining everything. And shows a screenshot where Phineas is explaining the decisions. Why the raccoon stripes? The reason I added raccoon stripes to the hair and the recolors because it is the first thing that comes to mind when I think about my own emo era. Even now, I still change and experiment with hair colors, and the placement of the stripes on the model was based on my own hairstyles. Oh, I can see the stripe, the red on this picture. It's very faint, but you can see the stripes in the red hair picture. Hey, if you've made this far into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you for your time. Now let's get back into the video. And they're pointing out to the date where it says yesterday. And Delphine responds, "She made a slip up that finally made things click for me, and honestly, it feels like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Watch has been accusing me of having multiple accounts. She has also been messaging members of my community on 2 different accounts to spread her posts about me. And one can have outs, there's nothing wrong with that. However, it adds to the next thing. Someone joined my Discord under the name Wabi Mary and tried to steer drama. In my document, I mentioned that I suspect it might be her or someone close to her. A little later, Rui posted and later deleted that she was receiving messages from this person, Wabi Mari, and they were showing her my Discord, that it was not her, including a screenshot of their friend's TikTok. But when you search the username she claimed belonged to this separate person, it leads back to her own account. Seeing that made me stop and think. If this username leads back to her, then it makes me wonder about the other accounts she claimed were mine as well. She's now using 3 accounts already to join on the drama. Her main, her out must the alleged other person. I'm happy I could record a piece of this as it was being deleted immediately by her. Though you can still type in the username yourself and verify. I knew from the start all of this felt very coordinated. I felt it was to bake drama against me, but in my document you can see everything leading up to this. But this finally made it click to me. I've been so sad this past few days. Why would someone do this? And video? It seems to have been skipped, but Finia made a huge 39-page long doc explaining the origin of the design and honestly the out-account accusations. None of them have proof. It's tricky to accuse someone of having ad accounts without having proof. There is small evidence, but it really doesn't show any proof. Affinity continues. Damage control. She immediately after revealing herself asked the person who noticed it being her own account to remove her post on the matter. Minutes later to quote-unquote not involve anyone, as she allegedly gave the username away to her friend. We both know that's a quick cover-up. Please don't keep dragging this on. She's claiming she stole the name. Then she claimed the creator asked her to remove it so they wouldn't be involved. Then later she says her friend is the one who requested the removal. What she forgets is that she used her Wasabi Mary account to join my Discord and steer things there. It's hard to claim now that this creator you allegedly sold your username to and have no direct ties with, as it's simply a sale because of them having the name on another platform already. Now conveniently appears to hop in my server and send you screenshots, investigate for you, even steer the pot with their display name being as is. Also selling your username to a TikTok creator because I quote, "The creator asked to buy it off me due to their TikTok being the same name and they were a bigger account. Doesn't even make sense on its own. If this was truly the case, why is the name not claimed? Why would she buy a username to not use it? Why pay someone to get off a name just so it can be taken by someone else entirely? Conveniently for you, after I recorded how the name is linked to your account and was making a second recording, suddenly a new account appeared on X, finally using the handle. And during the recording, the account was suddenly being updated on the bio to make sure it links to the TikTok you're pointing at. Girl, so unlucky I saw this. The post still tags your main account, by the way. Plus, as soon as the slip up happened, suddenly the creator had nothing to do with it, and they allegedly requested you to remove your post as they don't want to be involved in it. If they didn't want to be involved in it, don't you think it's weird they would have joined my server and tried to steer the pot about the situation? This entire play you made really has to end. You knew the community was biased against me and you used that to your advantage. Now you're quickly taking to grasp at whatever you can and make more accusations." And showing a screenshot and new account suddenly appears and Wasabi on Discord. I would say that's more evidence than what Rui provided, to be honest. And continues, "Girl, you're really grasping at straws, desperate trying to dig up whatever rumor you can find about me because you know your plot's finally being recognized. You try using negative narrative against me and just keep saying whatever you can about me. Don't do this. This clearly wasn't about the design. This was about engagement for me. And I think this might be from the past, from the Finia drama I mentioned before, because this seems to be old. And attached is a tweet from Rui saying, so apparently she's a four-timer. Yeah, this is how she makes money, I assume. If someone have given her money, they have stated. Her mod also gave her a lot of his money, and they had a very close IRL relationship apparently, where they traveled together. I don't have any information of recent, but we can take a wild guess. This did in fact happen. She pretended to be with all of these guys, would send them all sexual explicit pictures, all while having a boyfriend, and came to life when she posted about it back in 2024. Why has this person still been on this platform? So I've gotten multiple messages like this. This person was the first to let me post. They're all old Discord members, and it sickens me that she's let slide. I've heard plenty about her mod to know Finia knew she was a problem, made jokes about it, and did nothing about it. She keeps her Discord open to minors, knowing that person has been in there, and that they have sexual talks in BC 24/7. It sickens me. Make your Discord for adults and keep the minors off it. And at this point, really, it doesn't seem to be about the design anymore at this point. And Finia has shown more evidence. I would say Finia has shown more evidence on Rui potentially using outs than Rui sent evidence of Finia potentially using outs, if that makes sense. And Finia continues, girl, you're milking it. Please just leave me alone. You know what you're doing, and it's sad you're engagement farming by using someone's reputation in the space to get what you want. You start your entire game by making copying accusations, and actively have been trying to drag it on, making new posts about me nearly hourly, actively trying to dig for rumors about me, just so you can play into the feelings of people who already had a bias against me. It's coming to the point, even people in your own community are telling you to chill because it's starting to look suspicious. Please stop harassing random people who follow me. You have actively been trying to message all people who have interacted positively with me in the past, as well as now I've been DM'd by an artist I worked with that you have been doing around messaging them too. Just because many people agree with your slander about me, this shouldn't give you a pass to actively harassing. You're being extremely parasocial, and I genuinely hope that despite the common disliking people have for me in the community, take a look at the situation rationally and see through what you're doing. Again, I know I've made mistakes in the past, even the same ones that she's doing now, but despite the bias against me, I don't think anyone can keep rationalizing her bullying and harassment. She should have stopped at the copying call-out. Now she's just turning to a cloud goblin, desperately trying to reach for straws in hopes to manipulate the situation further. At this point, it doesn't have anything to do anymore with her being upset about the quote-unquote copying anymore. And it's hard to believe it ever did. And shows more screenshots. It seems to be about Rui DMing a bunch of people. And yeah, Rui has been tweeting a lot. And Finia continues, it's not the first time she has been involved in conflict, or quote-unquote picking on other women. And it seems to follow a similar pattern, with her just name changing several times. I cannot know every detail of her previous situation, since she has been deleting as much as possible. But even from the remainings, it's clear that it's still her. She can delete posts, make new accounts, and private her TikTok. But X still shows her previous usernames if you search Wabi Samari. It directly links back to her current username, Rui Nanami Ruifinia, and even others she used before. You can check it yourself. It is there, and it's not something that can be denied. Please learn how to learn from mistakes instead of doubling down. I've been there too and started on the wrong foot in this community, and I can tell you this will follow you. This isn't even funny anymore. And Rui responds about the name sale. If there are questions, this person knows that it is and can back up the deleted post. Because it was a conversation between me, her, and Finia, between me and her, and Finia loves to sit on my profile, and that I hold record all day. Anywho, my old name was sold quite a bit ago. The creator asked to buy it off me due to their TikTok being the same name, and they were a way bigger account. I got the name from a Japanese Twitter post a long time ago. My friend requested I remove the post for reasons being harassed for it. They already deal with parasocials and stalkers IRL and want to be left alone. They did chime in out of curiosity because we are in the same server for being TikTok creators. I have collabed IRL and I did share my post there a few times. I asked them to kindly not be involved themselves against and anyone in that server. And my out has never been a secret. It's open to the public and people know it's me. I kept my rebrand comment up to uphold that knowledge. So saying something like I'm making fake accounts too is wild. They aren't fake, they are real, and they hold all of my information publicly. And they stay public. They aren't deleted like what you do. If I have a problem, I'm going to say it openly, girl. And I have. And another post where Rui says, something that was sold a bit ago and you get this out of it. That face was me. The name was mine. It was my real name from when I was a minor. Rui continues, my original post and last pic being finished deleted quote post. Just educating, I'm leaving this here as my last response to what. I don't know what this was, to be honest. They ended up not even knowing the situation, started cussing when corrected. And we made a comparison of the designs. Honestly, I feel they're quite different. They're both pink sea creatures, but first off, this is an outfit. It's not the main design, which already gives me quite some leeway, in my opinion. And it's just the same style. They're quite different, I would say. And another person says, so regarding the Finia versus Rui situation, something that Finia brought up in her doc is pretty suspect. That being Rui's handle / name prior to the call-out. Because Twitter is broken, I also saw Rui's old handle at Rui Finia when looking at her media page. When looking personally, I think both people are kind of sus here for their own reasons. All I can say is, might be low-key karma to get clout via fabricating design drama, only for someone else to do the same back at you in your new rendition later in a new identity. Also regarding the second image, I found it literally just now when looking at Rui's media tab. Twitter is broken for real. Sometimes I'd say fix our shit, Elon Musk, but it's a situation like this that sometimes I'm glad it's broken as fuck. Adding this here because Rui wanted to put false insinuations in my words. I think Rui is doing all this for clout and so is Finia. I don't like both of them. And this is kind of the line of thinking I'm feeling as well, because if it truly was about the design, why are you so motivated to find dirt on Finia? Like, if it's true that you made a fake Discord account to stalk the server, damn, I thought it was about the design, but at this point it looks something else. And another person says, same voice, same cadence, same tone, same exact pattern of copying and design, same exact pattern of crashing out and graduating to form sympathy. Hell, even the Twitter posts reflect perfectly with the last few times Lola has done this in our behaviors. She's manufacturing this drama again and you all none the wiser. It's 100% Small Lola and she's doing this again. Please, for the love of God, stop falling for it. And Small Lola is a VTuber who was accused of heavily copying Shy Lily. The voices are definitely similar, but I don't think they sound one to one, if that makes sense. Anyway, continuing. And to wrap it up, Pinya posted a tweet saying, dear friends, the past week has been a bit of a mess leading up to a graduation post. I've been on hiatus before, but I never thought I would actually say out loud that I want to graduate. I've considered it on multiple occasions, but I always kept going. Recently, I reached a bit of a breaking point. This mainly came from everything that happened with the PE and lung function I had this summer. I was in a scary place and barely made it. When all of that happened, I promised myself that if God gave me a second chance, I would make it worth it. And that meant making decisions to protect my mental health, which is why I wanted to graduate. Whether or not the graduation is official is something I should be allowed to think about properly over the next few weeks. I'll always said in the heat of the moment and with a lack of sleep. I think the wisest thing for me now is to take a full disconnected break, and when I'm ready, I'll decide whether chasing my dreams of VTubing is worth the consequences. The next few weeks, I'll be unavailable to be able to clear my head. I'll be fully logged off from X and will not interact with my Discord server in the meantime. My absence will be extended if I feel it's needed. When I come back, I would still post art, but I wouldn't use X as my main platform anymore. Because as many of you know, X is the worst part of the VTuber community. Everyone has always advised me to stay away from it, and I think it's time to actually listen. Everyone is allowed to have their opinion about me. I respect that. I just hope we can mutually block each other and leave it at that. Both sides have made mistakes, and both sides should learn from them. Even if you think I'm a horrible person, I still deserve to live, chase my dreams, and to have a place in this space. I don't deserve constant slander just because it gets attention or because people enjoy having others agree with them. Your opinion of me is built on things and you never know the full story of. And the most mature thing for both of us is simply to move on. At the end of the day, it's the internet. You'll receive hate and harassment no matter what. Not everyone's going to like you, and not everyone's capable of being rational here. Nothing will ever be good enough to please everyone, and there's always going to be drama. especially within this space. VTubing is supposed to be fun, and that's what most people have lost. I don't want that taken from me again. Going forward, I choose me. And this seems to be the situation. A lot of tweets were made, as you can see. And I'm curious, what do you think? Don't forget to leave a comment. Bye bye!